In this video, we're going to show you how to replace a rear caliper on your Chevy Silverado 2500. This is going to be located behind the rear wheel. Let's get started. Using a 21mm socket, remove all of the lug caps for the center cap. Remove the center cap. Using a 22mm socket, remove all 8 lug nuts. Remove the wheel. Using an 18mm socket, remove the 2 caliper bracket bolts. Remove the caliper bracket bolts. Remove the caliper assembly from the rotor. Using a T55 bit, remove the caliper bolts. Remove the caliper from the bracket and remove both pins. Give the pins a wipe. Using some silicone paste, give them a nice skim coat. Do this on both pins. We're going to use some silicone paste and paste where our tins are going to go. Do this on both sides, front and back. Install the tins. They will only go one way. One's larger than the other. Be sure they're fully seated. If they're not, one side will be pushed up. You're going to take a pin, push it in and work it around. Make sure it moves freely. We're going to grab both our pads with our double squealer on the inside of the bracket. We're going to get our pads installed into our bracket. Install the caliper over the pads. Get your pins started. Snug down the caliper bolts. Install the caliper around the rotor and get the bolts started. Remove the banjo bolt from the new caliper using an 11mm socket. Remove one crush washer from the banjo bolt and leave one installed. Install a brake pedal depressor. Using an 11mm socket, remove the banjo bolt off the old caliper. Be sure you remove both crush washers off of the hose. Remove the caliper, install the banjo bolt, get that second crush washer started on the back, and get it installed into the caliper. Snug it down. Torque the bolt to 8 foot-pounds. Snug down the caliper bracket bolts and torque them to 148 foot-pounds. Torque the caliper bolts to 80 foot-pounds. Do this to the top and bottom. If you can't get a torque wrench on the top, do the best you can. Remove the brake pedal depressor. Remove the bleeder cap. Install a 10mm wrench. We're going to use a bleeder bottle and install that over the bleeder. With our pedal depressor off, we're going to open up that bleeder screw and we're going to wait until we have nice clean fluid with no bubbles coming into our hose. Once we have that fluid coming out, we can snug our bleeder back down, remove our bottle, remove your wrench, wipe the area of any mess you made. You can use some part cleaner if needed, and reinstall the cap. Install the wheel, get all the lug nuts started. Snug down all the lug nuts. Torque your lug nuts to 140 foot-pounds in a star pattern. Install the center cap. Remove the master cylinder cap. We're going to top off the fluid. Top off the fluid to the max mark. You can find it on the side of the bottle. And reinstall your cap. Get into the vehicle and pump up the brake pedal. If you do not have a hard pedal, you are going to have to perform a manual brake bleed. Using a clean rag and some parts cleaner, we're going to spray our rag and we're going to wipe down our master cylinder. Clean around the reservoir cap. Make sure there's no dirt or dust that's going to get into this when we open it. Remove your cap, and on your cap it'll usually tell you which fluid we're going to use. In our case, it's going to be DOT3. Using a fluid extractor, we're going to remove all of the old fluid from the master cylinder. Be sure you don't drop any of this fluid on your paint. It is corrosive. Repeat this process until all of the fluid is removed. We're going to fill our master cylinder to the max line. Reinstall the cap. We're going to start our manual brake bleed on the right rear wheel, and then we're going to move to the left rear wheel. Our next position will be on the right front, and then the left front will be our last wheel. In between the two axles, we're going to come to our master cylinder and top it off. We're going to start on our right rear wheel. We're going to remove our bleeder cap. We're going to install a 10mm wrench around our bleeder, and we're going to use a bottle with a hose, and we're going to attach that to the end of our bleeder. We're going to have our assistant hop into the vehicle, and they're going to pump up the brake pedal 5 to 7 times, and then they're going to hold the pedal. They'll let you know you're holding it. You'll crack the bleeder free. Once their pedal hits the floor, they'll let you know, and at that point we can close our bleeder, and they can take their foot off the pedal, and we can repeat the process. Perfect. Go ahead and pump again. We're going to repeat this process until we have nice clean fluid with no bubbles coming out of our hose. And there we had nice clean fluid with no bubbles come into our hose. So we can remove our bleeder bottle, remove our wrench, use a clean rag with some parts cleaner and clean up the area for any mess you made. Install the bleeder cap. And now we'll move on to the left rear wheel. Once we complete that wheel, we'll go up to our master, top it off, and then we'll see you at the right front wheel. Remove the master cylinder cap and top off the master cylinder. Reinstall the cap. Install a bleeder bottle onto the caliper. And use a 10mm wrench on the bleeder screw. If you have a cap, remove it now and install the bleeder bottle. Have your assistant pump up the brakes. And there we have that nice clean fluid with no bubbles. We'll snug up our bleeder screw, remove that bleeder bottle. Remove the wrench. Use a clean rag and clean up the area if you made a mess. You could use some parts cleaner if needed, and reinstall your bleeder cap if you have it. We'll move to our next position, which will be the left front, and then we'll finish on our right front wheel. Remove the master cylinder cap and top off the master cylinder. Reinstall the cap. Now that we're done our manual brake bleed, hop into the vehicle, pump up the brake pedal, and make sure you have a good feel to it. If you don't, go around and repeat this process until you do. Torque the wheels to 140 foot-pounds in a star pattern, and you're good to go.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.